Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone out there who's watching. My name is Mohan Anafi. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and like this video so that in the future you can get similar videos like this. So for today, I'm going to talk about verb tenses because I believe a lot of students have problems when it comes to writing their sentences in different verb tenses. You know that verbs come in three different tenses, which are present tense, past tense, and future tense. At the same time, all of these verb tenses are further divided into four different aspects, which are simple, progressive, perfect, and perfect progressive. And it will be a lot more difficult for the students to write their verb tenses when it comes to writing active and passive voice. Therefore, it is very important for the students to know how to master writing all of these verb tenses in their sentences. I came up with a solution of this problem. I call this as my magic table. I provide this table so that the students can see the whole picture of the verb tenses that we have in English. Basically, all of the verb tenses in English are in this table. So as you can see, we have three main tenses, present, past, and future, and it is further divided into four different aspects. If you look at the boxes up here, we have 12 different boxes, which are numbered from number 1 until 12. All of these numbered boxes are the verb tenses which are written in active voice. All of the boxes which are not numbered refer to the passive voice. All in all, we have 12 different verb tenses in English, as you can see up here. How do you remember all the 12 different verb tenses? It's quite easy. You just have to use your fingers. Your thumb represents the main tenses, which are present, past, and future. Your other four fingers represent four different aspects of the verb. So let's say, for example, if you talk about present tense, you have present simple, number 1. You have present progressive, number 2. You have present perfect, number 3. And you have present perfect progressive, 4. So we have a total of 4 different aspects of present tense. The same thing it is for past tense and future tense. So all in all, we have 12 different verb tenses. You can try them. Before learning about my magic table, you need to know certain things. The first thing is you need to know that in English we have what we call as helping verbs. These are the verbs that will complement the meaning of the main verbs in the sentence. It will give additional meaning, more meaning to the main verbs in the sentence. Verb to be, we have the word is, am, are for present tense. We also have the word was and were for past tense. These 5 words will help the main verb in the sentence. The second helping verb that we have is the verb to have. We have the word has and have for present tense and the word had for past tense. You also need to understand that all of the verbs in English, action words in English, are further divided into 4 different forms. Let's take for example the word eat. The first form of the word is in its present tense form. Present tense form of the verb is further divided into 2. First form is the singular form, where you have to add s to the end of the verb for singular subject. The second type is the plural form, where you don't have to add s to the end of the word. For example, the word eat. The second form of the verb is the past tense form. For example, the word eat becomes ate. The third form of the verb is the progressive or continuous form. Here you have to add ing to the end of the verb. For example, the word eat becomes eating. And the last form is the participle form. The participle form of the verb eat is eaten. You can see more examples like this here. You have the word eat, drive, make, chase, kill, and destroy. All of these words are further divided into their 4 different forms. So before we go to my magic table, the next thing we need to know is the difference between active and passive voice. What exactly is an active voice and a passive voice? Active voice means the doer of the action is placed in the beginning of the sentence. Usually an active voice has an active verb and an object that receives the action at the end of the sentence. Let's look at the sentence which is written in the present simple. Sarah plays the drum. Sarah is the doer of the action. Plays is the verb. The drum is the object. How do we change the sentence in its passive voice without changing the tense? So here, the drum is played by Sarah. The position of the subject and the object is changed. If you look at the verb is also changed. The verb is written in its passive form. Let's look at more examples. What about the sentence which is written in present continuous or present progressive? If you look at here, Sarah is playing the drum. Sarah is the doer. It is placed in the beginning of the sentence. Is playing is the verb written in active voice, and the drum is the object. How do we change this into its passive? The drum is being played by Sarah. So, position of both the object and the subject is changed. And if you look at the verb, is being played is the verbs in its passive voice. Let's look at the next example, the sentence which is written in past perfect tense. Sarah has played the drum. This is an active voice. What about its passive? The drum has been played by Sarah. So if you look at here, we have some changes. And these are the things that a lot of students do not understand. When they try to change active voice to passive voice, certain things should be changed. Especially the verb that we use. The verb should be changed into its passive verb. Now let's go to the general rules of all the verb tenses. This is the formula for my magic table which you have to understand. Once you get a hang on this, it's gonna be easy for you to get all of your sentences correct in all the 12 different verb tenses. I'll focus more on the verb to be and verb to have, as well as the 4 different forms of the verbs which I have talked about earlier. How do we use them in this magic table? Okay, for verb to be is, am, are, was, were. They will be used to complement the meaning of the main verb in your tenses. For verb to have, has, have, and had, they will be used for perfect tenses and perfect progressive tenses, which is in the third column and the fourth column of the magic table. All the 4 different forms of the verbs should be used in the right place in the magic table. The first form, which is the present tense form, will be used for present tense. The second form, which is past tense, will be used for past tense. The third form, which is the continuous, will be used for the continuous aspect of the tenses. If you look at the magic table, there are 2 progressive columns, second column and the fourth column. So all of the progressive form of the verb will be used in the second and the fourth column of the magic table. This is where you have to add ing to the verb. And finally, the fourth form of the verb, which is the participle form, it should be used for the passives. If you look at the magic table, all the passive forms of the verb tenses are just right under the active rows. We have the passive rows for present, past, and future. The second use of participle form of the verb is for the perfect tenses, which is in the third column. You have to use all the participle form of the verbs here. Now we are done with understanding the magic table, let's go to the examples. Welcome back to the next section of the video. Now we want to see the examples of how we apply all the formula into the magic table. Let's start our first sentence with present simple active, which is Ali eats the pizza. So Ali eats the pizza is the first sentence. We will use the same sentence throughout the whole table, and let's see the difference in terms of the structure. Present simple active, Ali eats the pizza. Present simple passive, the pizza is eaten by Ali. For past simple active, Ali ate the pizza. For past simple passive, the pizza was eaten by Ali. For future simple active, Ali will eat the pizza. For future simple passive, the pizza will be eaten by Ali. Now let's go to the second aspect of the tense, which is the progressive or continuous aspect. For present progressive active, Ali is eating the pizza. Present progressive passive, the pizza is being eaten by Ali. For past progressive active, Ali was eating the pizza. For past progressive passive, the pizza was being eaten by Ali. For future progressive active, Ali will be eating the pizza. Now let's go to the next aspect of the tenses, which is the perfect tenses. For present perfect active, Ali has eaten the pizza. Present perfect passive, the pizza has been eaten by Ali. For past perfect active, Ali had eaten the pizza. For past perfect passive, pizza had been eaten by Ali. For future perfect active, Ali will have eaten the pizza. For future perfect passive, the pizza will have been eaten by Ali. Now let's go to the final aspect of the tenses, which is the perfect progressive aspect, present, past, and future. Present perfect progressive active, Ali has been eating the pizza. For past perfect progressive active, Ali had been eating the pizza. For future perfect progressive active, Ali will have been eating the pizza. Now you have seen the formula, you have seen the example. If you have understood all of them, I think you are ready for the practice. For your practice, it is important for you to have your formula as well as your blank tablet for the magic table and the examples with you. You should put the formula and the example side by side, and you do your practice so that you can always refer to the formula and the example before you write your own sentence in the box. Before you start with the main practice, it is important for you to be familiar with the structure first. Therefore, you should do the first guided practice as given up here. I have already put the link down below in this video so that you can have access to all of the notes as well as the templates for this magic table. For students, I advise you to do the practice on your own at home and get yourself familiar with all of these structures so that once everything is in your system already, it's going to be easy for you to write your sentences without making any mistakes in the form of verb tenses or even in the form of active and passive voice. Once you are done with the guided practice, you are ready for the main practice, which is in the next slide. So this is the main practice, which you can do on your own. You can start with level 1. Once you finish with level 1, I believe you will be so familiar with the structure already, you can start doing level 2 and level 3 exercises. Use all of these sentences in the first box, which is box number 1, and then use the same sentence throughout the magic table using different structures. I think that's all for today's lesson. I really hope that you have learned something new for today. Please share this video to all of your other friends so that they can also learn something new. I really hope that when you are at home, you can do the practice on your own and be committed. Just remember that what you do today will improve all your tomorrows. Assalamualaikum and a very good day.